Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about the electoral bond, but instead of going by which corporation or which donor bought how much and what did they do with the money or who did they go to, instead of going by one, I'm going to give you the whole big picture and how I compiled all the data that's in those two files, and I'm going to give you the metadata idea and what's the big pattern on this one. So also I'm going to put the file, Excel file, in my description. I'm going to share it in Google Sheets, so if you want you can go and take it and use it for yourself. And with that said, let's get started. Let me minimize myself so you can see, and let me start with this sheet here. So here you see on the leftmost column, it's the political parties. On the top is the BJP, and then rest of those parties. These two columns you see here, and these are the total amount each party received, and what's the percentage and how many bonds they received. And also there's similar information. It's also the same, how much total amount and what's the percentage. The reason there are two amounts available is because Supreme Court only asked SBI to furnish the information from 12th April 2019. So the bond can be purchased from for day one of each quarter of each. Sorry, let me. I messed that up. So each year, first month of each quarter, you can buy bonds any day on the entire month. So January 1 to January 30, then April 1 to April 30, and so on and so forth. So April. January, April, July, and October. So you can buy bond any of those days and give it to the political party. So they have to encash within 15 days of the purchase of those bonds. Since we have data only available from 12th April 2019, so that means the donors bought it. Total of 12,155 crore worth of bonds from 12th April 2019 until now, January 2024. But the political parties also encashed bonds from 12th April 2019 onwards. Since you could buy bonds from 1st April to 11th April, so that information we don't have it, but any of those bonds purchased in those days, April 1 to April 11, could be encashed by political parties starting 12th onwards. So that's why the bond difference and the mismatch. So the total bonds encashed by political parties is 20,421, and total bonds bought by the donors were 18,871. So the mismatch, or the difference of around 1,500 bonds must have been purchased by donors, those from April 1 to 11, and given to the political parties. That's one possibility. Or since that's actual possibility, and SBA could have fudged the data and not showing the donor too. So that's possible. You never know, since SBI lied so much. So here, and you can look at how much each party received in total amount, and what's the total percentage of those amount, and also how many bonds, individual bonds, each party received. So you can see both data here. Okay, so I'll put all these in the Excel file so you can go and look if you need it. And let's start with the big picture here. So here you see I have all the data for all the donors and all the political parties who received the bonds from the donors. So you can look anyone, any party, any political party or any donor in this list. So all the total amounts. So how you have here filtered from largest donor to the smallest. As you know, Future Gaming is the largest, and they gave it to BJP of 100 crores, and Trinamool Congress 435. Actually, it's more than that because there are a couple of Future. They bought bond in 2 or 3 different names. You can filter them out and look for it. Okay, so what else I got? So here on this sheet, it's the same information, but I'm going year by year. So we know Future Gaming bought total 1,300 and gave it to different political parties, say 100 crore to BJP. But when did they give? So that's right here, which year? So I'm going by year. So, and 2020, Future Game did not give money to BJP. That's why you see here. So you can look up all the other companies here. Mega Engineering, Haldia, Quakes, Vedanta, and which political party. So, and which year. So basically this donor bought bonds and which year and gave it to which political party. Okay, so now we know which year, and what if we want to know by month and which quarter? So for only the 4 months they can buy, that's first month of each quarter. So that's the information you can see here. So now we know Future Gaming bought, first time they bought a bond in 2020, and which quarter? So that's quarter 4. In October they bought it, and in November probably the political party deposited. So here that one, what's that? 10 million. That's a 1 crore, and here 600 million. That's 60 crore to DMK. So they gave 60 crore to DMK on October. So that's the first time Future Gaming bought the bonds and give it to the first political party is DMK. Okay, so you can look up all the information in there. So, okay, so if you want to know which day they bought it, so you can go and look for yourself and see when the ED went to them and did the rates, ED, IT, CBA, all those agencies. So if you want to know, that's the information here. So this is the date of bond purchase, the corporation, which day they purchased the bond, 10/21, 10/27, those 2 dates. So actually 21st October 2020, that's the date they purchased the bond for DMK. And 27th October 2020, that's a bond they purchased for Trinamool Congress. And you can look at all the other companies and the information. So we know the, do we know when the political party encashed those bonds? Since you have a 15 days window before the bond expires. And that information is on the next sheet. Here you can see it. So until November, TMC did not encash those bonds. So October 23, DMK encashed it. So when did they actually buy it? October 21, Future Games bought the bonds for DMK, and October 23, DMK encashed it. So within 2 days, they did. The guy probably went to some DMK party guy or who knows, and gave it to them. Then they went straight to the bank. So you can see all those information here. So for each party and everything, you can just look up yourself. And each corporation, each party, all of them. So it's all in easy format. Okay, so that's the thing. That's the data for donors by who gave to which political party, how much, and which year they gave, and which month they bought the bonds, and which day actually they bought the bonds, and which day actually the political party encashed it. So all those informations, it's available. Okay, now moving into different topics. And now let's see how much each donor spent buying bonds. So just forget about the political parties now. Just look at the donors, how much they spent buying bonds, how much they spent on the electoral bond, how much they spent each year trying to bribe the political party. So future gaming, it's what, 150 crore on 2020. So there are other future gaming in there in the list too. So you have to check, add up all those, because they purchased with three different names. But it's not totally three different names, three different spelling. So future gaming and hotel service, PR, then another one is private limited, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's all the donors, how much they spent in each year. So there are like 1,000 something, 1,200 are individual purchase here. So look at how many of them. Oops. So yep, totally 1,327 individual companies. So there are, some of them are like duplicative. So yep, here is the total amount. Okay, so that's how much they spent on year. But if you want to know how much they spent on each quarter, first quarter, second, say if there's an election election was happening in that period, and you want to know which period, which month, so that's what you have here. So how much each political, the donor spent money buying bonds on month or quarter. So we know the future gaming started in 2020 first quarter. So that's total amount here. So that's, now we're going by total amount. So if you want to have a monthly tally for how much these guys spent, that's why here. And again, it's the same information for the donors, but if you want to look at each day, instead of how much they given to each political party, how much did they buy on one single day. So that's the information here. And next data. Okay, so now I'm going back to the political parties. So far we know how much each party received it from which political donor. So now here I'm listing how many bonds in a quarter, in a year, each political party received. See, here you have a BJP at the top of the list in 2019 second quarter. That's I think the last election was happening. They received 3,089 bonds, total number of bonds. It's not the cash or the amount, it's just a number. It could have been any amount, like 1,000 or 10,000 or 1 lakh or 1 crore or 10 crore or 100 crore. I don't know how much the denominations are. So that's the information you have here for all the political parties. So here you see there are totally 20,421 bonds were given to the political parties. And you can look at each quarter and each year too. So each quarter, so 4,151 for the first quarter or 2019 for all the parties. So, and if you want to look at by individual parties for the entire year, and that's here. So the grand total. So that's total number of bond purchases, individual bond purchases. Okay, so now here, parties encash and income totally. So okay, now we know how much each year the donors spent on the bonds, And now we want to see how much each party got money each year. So what you see here is in 2019, it's a 19 billion. That's what 1,971 crore. BJP got 1,971 crore. So out of 6,000 crore, and 2019 they got 1,900. So then 2021, so you can look up all those political parties and how much money, their income or bribery they receive or whatever, but that's by each year by year. And if you want to go by month or quarter, that's more detail here. So how much each party revenue, if I want to say in that way, so revenue income by a month or each quarter, that's the information here. And if you want to go by date, like this one, like any party, like that could have, any party could have received from a number of donors, like hundreds of donors. That's the information. Instead of going individual donor, I'm going by like how much total amount in a certain day. So you see here, BJP on 2019 April 12th, they got what, 2 billion. That's 246 crore. Yeah, each day. So that could have been 1 or 2 or 10, 20 donors. So now you see a good amount of data each day by day tallies. Okay, now what I got here is donors' date of bond purchase. So instead of focusing on a total amount, which day they bought it and how much they gave it to political party, just looking compiled here is the date. When did the donor bought the bond? That's on the leftmost column you see here, 2019 Q2 April, April 12, April 15, April 16, April 17, April 18, April 20. Those are the date the donors bought the bonds. I'm not putting in which donor, but I'm just putting like in this date what bond bought, the donors bought it, and which here on the right side columns you see here dates. These are the dates when the political parties encashed it. You don't see here name of the donor or name of the political parties. So the reason I put it here is because what's the time window the transaction has been happening and how much cash, how much money. So the bonds bought it on 12th April has been deposited in political parties bank account in 16th April to 2019. That's total amount is what, 45 crore. So if you want to go by this day how much they tallied, that's a 45 crore income for the parties going on there. So this day, so basically you see a pattern of how much money is moving between the donors and parties. So you see a pattern here, and you can go and look each year, and each year you have to go most right. Yeah, so the pattern just goes on the diagonal. So that's the pattern. If you want to see the pattern, how you can see it. Yep. You see, just to go in a diagonal. And this is to show you the focus on how much money is moving in those months. Just give you some good idea of money movement between those days. And here bonds. So on the last sheet you saw how much money has been moving between those dates. Here you see how many bonds. If you're just interested in 45 bonds is moving from the donors to political parties. And here you see 70 bonds and 64 bonds, 122 bonds, so on and so forth. Let's give you some good picture of the number of bonds moving hands and number of total amount of cash moving hands. This slide already I talked to you about it. Yeah, so this is basically the information from the source database where how much the money political parties received and how much donors bought it. So there's a difference. Okay, so here now starts some juicy parts. So the difference between the political parties' revenue or income. So I collated and sorted out in a largest to smallest. So largest party that received largest amount is BJP, of course. So the total amount is 6,605 crores. So it ranks, but then I put it by ranking, 1, 2, 3, and rank. And this is 100%. So I'm comparing the two to BJP's amount. So here are the percentages, how much each party got it, and compared to BJP. So say All India Trinamool Congress. So that's 26% of BJP. 23% of BJP is Trinamool Congress, then 23% just Congress, and so if you go down, it's all single digit, less than single digit. So Nationalist Congress Party, Maharashtra, that's 0.5%. They are just negligible. So instead of looking at like crores and thousands of crores, 100 crores, this is what really gives you good picture and comparative, relative strength or the strength of the money each party received. So like once you go to one digit and almost to like 1%, 2%, it's totally negligible. So the mighty power of the BJP can do anything against all these parties. So I put the other one too because we received a two list, right? So here, and I put how much each of the party lagging behind in amount. So 6,605 crore BJP got it, and Trinamool Congress only got 1,600. So that's only 26% of BJP. But how much the difference of money? That's a 4,400 crore. Then Congress 4,600 crores. So they're lagging behind 73%. Trinamool Congress lagging behind 73% behind BJP, 76% behind BJP by Congress. And if you look at here, all the other party, it's 99%, 99. That's almost nothing. They are totally round off errors, round down numbers. And here, what's the minimum donation? Minimum, like you can donate from 1,000 rupees to 1 crore, 10 crore. So BJP got the minimum amount of bond. The denomination is 1,000. And look here, this party. What is this party? Biju Janata Dal. They never got 1,000. Nobody gave them 1,000 rupees. They only got the minimum they got was 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs. So there are a lot of tiny party. They got 10 lakhs. They never got. Nobody gave them 1,000 rupees. Probably they just went straight to their pocket in cash. They are dealing with cash. But BJP got some 1,000 rupees too. Congress, Trinamool Congress. It's funny. So if anybody interested in knowing how much all this cash worth in dollar, so but the current exchange rate of 80 rupees for $1. So BJP got 757 million. Then the other Trinamool Congress 200 million, and Congress 177 million. Then BRS 150 million. So the total amount the political party received was 1.5 billion. 1.5 billion. So 1.596 billion rupee dollar, and BJP got 0.75 billion or 757 million. That's I don't know. how that's can be done without just force and corruption. Impossible. Okay, so here I'm just listing out all the denomination. So each political party can receive from 1,000 to 10 million or 1 crore. So in each denomination, how much money each party got it. So there are 31,000 rupees BJP got in 1,000 rupees denomination. So 10,000 rupees denomination, they got BJP got 48, 4 crore, 4 crore. Oh yeah. Lakh. It's not even a million. So 4,80,000. So here in crore, that's 10 million, right? So 1 crore, or that's 58 billion. So that means 5,800. So it's all large amount came from crores for BJP. Did anybody got? No, they are everybody dealing with lakhs and crores. So the only party that never got money in crore was Maharashtravadi, Karnataka Party, then Jammu Kashmir, National Conference Goa. The rest everybody got in money in crores denomination. So did anybody didn't get it in lakhs? Oh, there's one party. Oh, Bihar Pradesh Janata. No, they gave in crores. No other denomination. That's funny. Then Janata Dal, they got in a 10 lakh and crore, but they didn't get a lakh. They did not receive lakhs. So anybody did not get money denomination? Yeah, the small party, they didn't get 1,000 rupees. Probably they all go in cash. With some ardent BJP and other Congress supporters gave them money for 1,000. That's funny. Okay, so here I compile in a simple way. So we know how much denomination total amount. So you can either divide by yourself or I put it here in count. So in crore, so 10 million, that's 1 crore. So 1 crore and 10 million, that's 5,854 crore, 5,854 crore. So total denomination or total bond in those denomination is 5,854. So there is 1,021. 1,000 denomination of total 31. So that's 31 rupee, 31,000 rupees. So you can go by each party. Nice. And I also put it a total amount, how much each party got it. BJP is 6,600. And All India Trinamool Congress 1,600, and each denomination. That is very cool. Okay, so here, what I have here is donors given money in denomination. So far I only showed you how much money each political party received in which denomination, and what's the total number of denomination. Total count of denomination and how much total amount. Here I'm talking about in what denomination each donor gave money to political parties and what's the total amount. So the big fishes, they are all only giving in crore. The big fish, crore, and the lakhs, 10 lakhs, crores and 10 lakhs. See? So that's a 10 billion, not 10 billion, million. Yeah. So that's 10 million, that's a 1 crore. So it's 10, 100,000, 10 lakh. Yeah, that's 1 crore, so 10 million. They're all going by 10 million. Yeah, if you're going to give it 1,000 crore, 100 crore, you're not going to give him money in 1,000 rupees, right? So that's what you have here. So all political parties in denominations. Okay, now here is another really very interesting part. So I have here all these names are the donors list on the leftmost column, and what you see here is bank identification number or bank code number. So which bank did they buy? So see, you look here, Future Gaming and Hotel, they bought from SBI bank, so they can only buy from SBI and give it to SBI bank, right? And the political party only cash it from SBI. And which bank? So here you have your bank code, bank 1, bank 41, bank 78, bank 125, bank 152, 167, so all those here, and you can look for all the donors and how much cash they bought it, or how much cash or bond they bought in each bank. You can look all those here. So say here, Future Gaming bought it on the bank code 300. So which bank is it? I think I can look it up. So SBI branch code 300, let's see. Mumbai branch. So that's they bought it on Mumbai. Huh. SBI bank code number 1. So that's where Haldia bought their bond. Bank code number 1. I think that's a Delhi. So a lot of has been bought in 301, Delhi, and Mumbai. So you see a pattern here. So then 847, 800. Let's see if I can find it. Bank code, State Bank of India, that's Hyderabad. 847 is Hyderabad. Who bought it on 847? Hyderabad. So Mega Engineering. It's not those banks, only Hyderabad and Mumbai and Delhi. There's the other two, 800. I see 800. My guess is it's Kolkata. Let's see. Chennai. That's Chennai branch. Okay. Then which one is Kolkata? Kolkata must have been somewhere. Trinamool Congress, should they give it to Trinamool Congress somewhere? Okay, anyway, so that's interesting. You can go and look up for each donor and where they're spending all their money, or I mean where they're buying which bank, which location, which area. So that gives you more detail, focusing on where the corruption is happening, which corporation. So it's kind of like a geolocation from this metadata. Okay, so that's for corporation. What about the political parties? So corporation buying bonds from particular branch or particular section of the SBI. Then they go and talk to the political parties and give it to them as a bribe and whatever they do behind the scene. Then where do these political parties encashing it? On the same branch? Are they going to different branch? So you can look at this geolocation transaction. Like say someone giving money to some local party in Hyderabad or Karnataka, so they're not going to go and put it in the different branch, right? They're going to do it in the same local branch. But even though SBI, you can deposit money and remit and retrieve it any bank, but most likely where the party is locating, where these things are happening, that's where they're going to get the money. So here, that's what you see here. So BJP all cashed it in one bank, Bank 691. What's the Bank 691? Bank 691, Delhi main branch, SBI. Oh, so the bank one is Kolkata. So SBI 001, Kolkata. So yeah, the Bank 1, that's where Trinamool Congress is all cashing it, and BJP all cashing it in Mumbai, I mean Delhi. Ah. So that's the information, you can see it here. And if you want to go even further, and you can look at see if your political party is a multiple account. No, all political parties have only one account. So all going to the same account. So that's what you see here. So political parties and their bank account number, the last four of the bank account, and which branch they are all cashing it. So that's the information you have here. And finally, and this is very interesting. So here I compare all the donor bank purchase information and political parties bank encashment. So into one file. So that's why here. So you have Future Gaming. They bought it, purchased bonds in bank code branch number 300, 691, and 800. So where that actually gone? So that 800 where they bought it gone to Trinamool Congress in branch 1, Kolkata. So 300, 691, 800 all went to branch 1. So why do they buy all three different banks and give it to Trinamool Congress at 1? So let's see, 300, 691, and 800. 300 Mumbai, so they bought it in Mumbai. Then 691 is Delhi, they bought it also at Delhi. And 800, I think I already saw 800 before. Chennai, so they bought it at different 3 branches, then give it to Trinamool Congress at 1 branch. And 847, oh, they also gave it to Trinamool Congress at 847 and also 800. So so it's kind of gives a pattern like where this behind the scene transaction is happening and where they're talking to who. And here you have a BJP and so on forth. Let me short by the largest funding receiver, so that way you can go by big fish to small fish. So BJP is the big fish. They got it at 800 and deposited at 691. 800 is the Chennai branch, and where did they deposit it? BJP 691 Delhi. So that's how it's going on. And let's see if DMK, where did they give it to DMK? So they gave it to BMK in 2 different branches. No, same branch, 800. Chennai. So that's the information. It gives you a good picture of not only who bought it, how much, and who gave it to who, and when, what year, and what's the pattern between all those transactions, and actually what geolocation is happening and where the money is moving, and what's the difference between the political parties, strength, how much. So if you look at it, all this information, it gives you very good picture. So you can pick up one political party or one donor and just trace it from total amount of money and what date and which branch, what actually happening. So which day, where they could have been got raided by the CBI. So this gives you all full picture in these sheets. So you don't need to worry about all trying to compiling and searching and filtering. So I put it on different sheets. All you get to go is go on the filter or Control F search, and all the information's there, right there. I hope you enjoyed it. See you. Thank you.